I'm doing a research paper at this current moment in time about the perceptions of young people for their futures. And I'm considering how the effects of the society that we live in actually affects the way that we think that we're going to grow up. And I saw this filter, which you can't even see that I'm wearing, and how this may affect the perceptions of young people of themselves. This is me with no makeup on and no filter. And I want to talk about the fact that we have these things in our society that we are, as adults, being party to, such as like fillers and Botox and filters, and even all the way back down to makeup, and how these things affect the way that our children see themselves. We as adults have a responsibility to decide not to join in on this stuff, because if we don't, what we are going to do is create a society, a world for our children that they feel like they have to partake in these things because it is now the social norm. If women like me refuse to age gracefully because we have fillers and Botox and all of these things, and we continue to use filters, what I teach those children, those young women around me, is that you are not good enough the way that you are. And I know that my generation of young women all had massive amounts of problems with eating disorders because all of the magazines, all of the film, all the TV basically told us that we weren't good enough the way that we were. So we've literally learnt the hard way with this one, and yet we're still continuing to do it to make sure that the children tomorrow also experience these beauty standards that completely destroy their mental health, their physical health, and their bodies. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? And who are we doing it for? Because the only reason why we're doing it is because we feel pressured into doing it, because of a social conditioning that says that that's the normal, and we continue to partake in it because we don't want to be the ones who are the outliers of society. But ultimately, you know, it's a very anti-establishmentarian, a very punk, a very anti-fascist way to be, to not join in on these things. So if you do want to be somebody that's changing the world for the better, which I am one of these people, we have to question what we partake in now, because what we partake in now will decide what our children will partake in later. What do you think? It's just something I've been thinking about.